नमस्कार. जय श्रीकृष्ण. श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर, श्रीवासदी गौरभक्त वृंदा. Illuminating text 13, text 14 and text 15 of chapter 1. Genealogical table of the daughters of Manu of 4th canto, the creation of the 4th order of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 13. पत्नी परिचेस्तु कला सुषुवे कर्दमात्मजा कश्यपम पूर्णिमानं च योरा पुरीतम जगत. Kardam Muni's daughter Kala was married to Marichi, gave birth to two children whose names were Kashyap and Purnima. Their descendants are spread all over the world. Text 14. Purnima Sutta Virajam Vishwagam Cha Parantapa Devakulyam Hareha Padashauchadya Bhuta Sarida Divaha. My dear Vidur, of the two sons Kashyap and Purnima begot three children, namely Viraja, Vishwaga and Devakulya. Of these three, Devakulya is the water which washed the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead and which later on transformed into the Ganges of the heavenly planets. Of the two sons, Kashyap and Purnima, herein Purnima's descendants are described. An elaborate description of these descendants will be given in the 6th canto. It is also understood herein that Devakulya is the presiding deity of the river Ganges, which come down from the heavenly planets to this planet and is accepted to be sanctified because it touched the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari. Text 15. Atreha Patnyan Suya Trin Jadne Suyashasaha Sutan Dattam Durvastam Som Matmesh Brahma Sambhavan. Anasuya, the wife of Atri Muni, gave birth to three very famous sons, Som, Dattatreya and Durvas, who were partial representations of Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiv. Som was a partial representation of Lord Brahma, Dattatreya was a partial representation of Lord Vishnu, and Durvas was a partial representation of Lord Shiv. In this verse, we find the words Atma, Isha, Brahma, Sambhavan. Atma means the super soul or Vishnu, Isha means Lord Shiv, and Brahma means the four-headed Lord Brahma. The three sons born of Anasuya, Som, Dattatreya, and Durvas, were born as partial representations of these three demigods. Atma is not in the category of the demigods or living entities because he is Vishnu and therefore he is described as Vibhinnamsha Bhutanam. The super soul Vishnu is the seed-giving father of all living entities, including Brahma and Lord Shiv. Another meaning of the word Atma may be accepted in this way. The principle who is the super soul in every Atma, or one may say the soul of everyone, became manifested as Dattatreya because the word Ansha, part and parcel is used here. In Bhagavad Gita, the individual souls are also described as parts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or super soul. So why not accept that Dattatreya was one of those parts? Lord Shiv and Lord Brahma are also described here as parts. So why not accept all of them as ordinary individual souls? The answer is that the manifestation of Vishnu and those of the ordinary living entities are certainly all parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord and no one is equal to him. But among the parts and parcels there are different categories. In the Varaha Purana it is nicely explained that some of the parts are Swamsha and some are Vibhinnamsha. Vibhinnamsha parts are called Jivas and Swamsha parts are in the Vishnu category. In the Jiva category, the Vibhinnamsha parts and parcels, there are also gradations. That is explained in the Vishnu Puran where it is clearly stated that the individual parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord are being subject to being covered by external energy called illusion or Maya. Such individual parts and parcels who can travel to any part of the Lord's creation are called Sarvagata and are suffering the pangs of material existence. They are proportionately freed from the coverings of ignorance under material illusion existence according to different levels of work and under different influences of the modes of material nature. For example, the sufferings of Jiva situated in the mode of goodness are less than those of Jiva situated in the mode of ignorance. Pure Krishna's consciousness, however, is the birthright of all living entities because every living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. The consciousness of the Lord is also in the part and parcel. And according to the proportion to which that consciousness is cleared of material death, all living entities are differently situated. In the Vedanta Sutras, the living entities are different gradations are compared to candles and lamps with different candle power. For example, some electric bulbs have the power of 1000 candles, some have the power of 500 candles, some the power of 100 candles, some 50 candles, but all electric bulbs have light. Light is present in every bulb, but the gradations of light are different. Similarly, there are gradations of Brahma. The Vishnu Swamsha expansions of the Supreme Lord in different Vishnu forms are like lamps. Lord Shiv is also like a lamp, and the Supreme Candle power or the 100% light is Krishna. The Vishnu Tattva has 94%. The Shiva Tattva has 84%. Lord Brahma has 78%, and the living entities are also like Brahma, but in the conditioned state, their power is still more dim. There are gradations of Brahma, and no one can deny this fact. Therefore, the words Atmesh Brahma Sambhavan indicate that Dattatreya was directly part and parcel of Vishnu, whereas Durvas and Som were parts and parcels of Lord Shiv and Lord Brahma. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.